Hello everyone, welcome back to Same Right Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial we'll be making a Basque corset with yoke. Okay, so you can see it's a pattern Basque corset with yoke, and I'll be showing you how to create the two different kinds of pattern. Okay, using the Ankara and the plain fabric on a cup for this corset. So now from this point I'll divide for my shoulder seam line and I'll connect. So this is asymmetric, and here you can see I have my full basic bodice pattern asymmetric. So here also I'll repeat the same thing I did on the other part. So from here I'll also connect. So it's time for us to start our corset, okay, our cup. So the cup, to get the cup of this corset dress, I'm just making my bust radius, taking it all around to help me build my cup. So this dress is really stylish, and okay, so I've made my my bust radius right now. So next I want to create my neckline. So my neckline is by choice. From the center front on the chest line, this is my chest line, I can decide to go up by 1 inch. I can decide to go up by half an inch. So since I'm going up by half an inch, I'm connecting my pattern. I'm taking it straight to I'm taking it straight. So but before I do that, let me just take from the shoulder line 6 inches as usual. So but once you take your bust radius, this is 1 inch added to it. So let me create this pattern. I want to create it this way so I'll be able to, okay, so I've created it that way. Okay, I think it's better for me this way because that part looks a little bigger. So now I'm connecting straight into the arm. I'm connecting this into the arm. Okay, so I'm not taking it into the armhole, so there will be a dart replacement right here. So I'll also do the same thing on this part. I'll measure 6 inches from above. This is my bust radius at 3.5, and this is 1 inch added to it, so that will serve as a guide for you. So I flip my ruler and I'm going to connect right now. So I've connected, as you can see. So I just keep my ruler straight up to this point. So both sides we are going to have a dart replacement right here. So now I want to contour my over bust for my corset. So if I'm contouring my over bust for my corset here, so that means I'll just go ahead and connect. I'll flip my ruler this way. I'll do the same this way. I'll flip my ruler this way. So now I'm going to make extension of 1.5 because my dart here is at 1.5. So I'm going to replace the 1.5 here. So once I've replaced it, I'll position my pattern ruler from that 1.5 to replace that. Then I'll come over here once again. I'm going to replace 1.5. So this is 1.5. And I'll go this way, as you can see. All right, lovely people. So next I'm going to create my corset cup. So for my corset cup, I'm going to connect this cup. I will come out by 0.25 this way and 0.25 this way. I don't actually want that part of the cup to be, because we might have a hidden boning for it. Okay, so I'll just come this way and make a corset line. So I'm supposed to connect this. I'm supposed to connect this right here and connect this to this part. I believe you understand what I'm talking about. So what I'm actually talking about is the normal boning channel we have in our corset. So I have this on this line for now. All right, so now I'm going to make my corset cup. So for my corset cup, my bust radius is 3.5. I'll add 0.5 to it on this side because this side of the bust is fuller. So I will do this to connect my cup, so you can see how my cup is created at that point. So I'll come over here. I'll also place my pattern ruler from this point connecting to this point. Okay, so that is my cup right now. So this other side, I'm repeating the same thing on it. I'll just go add 0.5 to my bust radius, and I'm going to flip my ruler. Okay, I'm flipping my ruler to touch this line. Okay, so I have it touch this line, and I'll do this. Okay, so before we do this, note that we need to contour our under bust. So I'm contouring my under bust from the center front line. So my under bust circumference divided by 4, this is what I have. Half of it, I'll divide it by 2. So I have 0.75 here and 0.75 here. So I'll just go ahead and contour my cup. I'll just go ahead and contour my cup. So I'm going to keep my ruler straight this way, that way. So my ruler is straight at that point. So by the time you take what you have here and measure it, it needs to be equal. So I'll go ahead and also impute what I got from the under bust tightening. I've imputed what I have on the under bust tightening. So now I'll go this way. I'll go that way. I'll also keep my ruler straight this way and that way. Okay, so here I have my corset right now, and that is what I'm going to work with. Okay, so I'll just make this my cup right now. So now it's time for us to take our actual measurement, so we don't have any shortage. This is my center front line. I'm going to place my ruler on it, my tape measure on it, and this is what I have on this point. I'll take it over to this point and measure my actual waist. So my actual waist is 9 inches and it falls at this part. So I'm trying to replace this extra darts. So I'll connect it back to this, and at this point we need to extend this to this point and come out a little more by 0.75 before we take it back to the bust radius. So I'll still do the same. I'm trying to take my actual measurements. So this is my 9 inches. I'll connect it back to the bust line and bring out a little more of my dart and take it back, as you can see. So that is how we replace that. So next we want to create is the yoke. So the yoke for this corset, from this line I'll just keep my ruler on a stranded form. So definitely from here to here I'll be having 1 inch. So this is the part of the Ankara and this is the part of the mesh, okay, or the lace, any one of them. So right away I'm going to cut out this pattern accordingly, but later we'll come to the basque. So the pattern we have here, actually the basque extension started from 2 inches below the waistline. So what I mean is, what I have here is 2 inches. I just looked at that picture very well and notice that we don't have the dress on the waistline. It's a little below the waistline before the basque. So since we have it a little below the waistline, I'm just going to increase my waistline, okay? So I'm increasing my waistline right now, and I'll allow this touch this. I'll continue keeping my ruler straight on that point because all of these darts we are going to cut it off. So this is my boning channel. Okay, so now we are good to cut. So I'm cutting from here now. I'm cutting through my accommodation. Into my neckline. I'm cutting through my shoulder. So the natural neckline remains the same. We'll be using it that way to sew mandarin collar. So we have a detailed video on how to sew a mandarin collar here on this channel, so you can check it out. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and cut. Okay, so I'll be closing up my bust that right now. So I'll just go this way so I'll be able to okay, so I'll close up my bust dart now. So once I close up my bust dart, you might see a little shift from the cup area. So if you see the little shift on the cup area, simply blend it up. So I'll continue my cutting of my corset. So I'll go this way and cut out this. So I'll set this one aside and continue my cutting on this line. Once I get to the bust point, I will stop. I will come over here. I will stop. So I'll just go ahead and close up my bust dart first. Okay. So once I get here, I'll just cut off these parts. Okay, that is the where we'll be having our channel. So from there, I'll go in this way and then separate my yoke for the part that I will use the Ankara to sew. So this is the part of the Ankara. I will separate it. So I'll just go ahead and cut out my cup. Okay. So please be careful when doing this. I just thought of showing you this. You have to actually be very careful. So I'll be calling this C1 and C2. That is cup 1, cup 2. Or I can do right cup. Okay, R1, R2. That is right cup. Okay, cup 1, cup 2, right cup. So the right cup I have here is settled. Then I want to, this is where the work of splitting our cup comes. Okay, so I'll just separate this part now first. Then so this is left cup 1 and left cup 2. So let me just use L. So here we are going to gum this cup. I'm going to gum it right now so it forms a cup for us. So it's going to form a real cup, then we'll proceed to the alterations. So to hold down this cup, I'll just cut out my piece of paper, apply my adhesive to it, so once I apply my adhesive to it, so this is how the cup is supposed to be sewn. So I will just turn it upside down. Okay, and I'm going to tape it down. I'll just bring this bust point to bust point. So make sure I'm making sure my bust point to bust point. So I might just turn it so I'll be able to know the bust point. So I'm going to turn this one this other way. So if you have a seal tape, I will advise you to use a seal tape on that. Okay, so seal tape will be easier than using gum. So since that part is ready, I'll go ahead and do this. Bring this part together. So if you have a seal tape right now,